in it. So this image is in here. We know that this is going to be the light spot. So even though you did our normal exposure at 3.5 seconds, and you got the leaves in focus, we want to make this darker. So we're going to dodge light from hitting the leaves and burn more light into the side so that this part gets darker and this part stays lighter. The middle drawer to the right of my stool at my desk has our filters. We're going to use a filter on these two. These are contrast filters. 0 to 3 should give you the same amount of light. If you use 4 and 5, you'll need more light. Make sure that you put them all back so we don't have one missing. Here on the enlarger, you take this tray out, that's what this is for. So you would put we're going to put our contrast filter in here. And then
what do the different numbers mean?
It's how soft or hard the contrast will be. So the higher you go, you're gonna have to, if you're at a 4 or 5, you'll have to double your light. I usually am a 3, 2 or 3. A test strip just like normal, and we're gonna get a new time with our filter, and we're going to then expose the leaves for the time that we pick, and then we're gonna burn and dodge to burn this part of the picture darker, so it's how we want it to look. Okay, so you can stop there. You can see the difference in contrast, so that's because of the filter. So like the top one is a lot darker. And I wanted to get, we're obviously overexposed here. And you did 3. I kind of like 2 here. This is our 1.
Yeah, I was going to say 2 is good.
So 2 looks good for our leaves, and we know that this corner needs more. So do we want to stay with the, we can give it another second, or should we give it a 1.5 seconds to darken this? What do you think we should try? It's up to you.
Me?
Yeah.
Why me?
What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know.
Wait, okay.
Well, let's do this. Let's give this 2, and then let's give the corner here 4.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
Because this is what got washed out before, and we want to darken this, but keep this nice and clean. Okay? So you can stop.
Yep.
To give the whole thing 2 seconds, and then when it's off, we want to dodge. Burning and dodging. Burning is when you're adding more light to a certain part. So if you see the pictures that have, like the smoked corners or the darker corners, they're burning more light into the corners. Dodging is where we're blocking light from hitting that spot. Like we don't want our leaves to get more light. So there's a few things you can do. Someone's just with their board underneath the light. And you want to keep it moving because if you hold it where the edge of the shadow is, you'll get a hard edge in your photo. So you don't want that. So you want to keep moving, but you're dodging the part you don't want to get light, and you're burning where you get light. And we've had students that have done even shapes, things like this, where they can dodge it over a certain part, or even use this and have a smaller circle. If they had to reach just into a little spot here that they didn't want, because maybe it was like the center of a flower that was good at a certain time, but the petals were lighter. So they would do that to dodge the middle of the flower, but give an extra 1 second or 2 to the petals so their petals had more contrast. So that's what we're going to do under the light. As you can see that using the contrast filter makes our darks darker and gives you greater contrast and value. So here we had 2 seconds, and instead of having a light corner that was washed out, we gave that 2 more seconds, and now that corner, is darker. And you could push these corners darker if you wanted to create more emphasis on your focal point that's in the middle of the picture. So that's how you would burn and dodge, and that would be why we use a contrast filter. So that you can use those as you develop your pictures. Okay? I am not developing anything else in this room.
Just one more. I'll stop telling you stories. She's just out.
Hey, Gina's gone.
What time is it?
You're gonna go